My name is Marie Manuel, and I'm the Membership and Partnerships Manager at the Nonprofit Association of Oregon. NAO is proud to have over 1,100 nonprofit members representing Oregon's robust nonprofit sector. Today, we are spotlighting the Next Door Inc., which is based in Hood River, Oregon. I'm here today with Janet Hamada, who is the Executive Director at the Next Door. Thank you, Janet, for joining me today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Tell us about the Next Door. What is your mission and who do you serve?
Well, we are going to celebrate our 50-year anniversary in 2021. We are a multi-service organization based in Hood River and the Dalles, but also we serve 7 counties, including 2 across the river in Washington. And our mission is very, very broad so that it can encompass all 35 of our programs. And that is opening doors to new possibilities to strengthen children and families and improve communities. So the majority of our work is with children, but we also work with families and then in general in the community to make sure that it can be as good a place as any for everybody to live.
With 2020 behind us and we look forward into this year, 2021, how is your organization doing, first of all? And have you changed ways you deliver your programs and services? And as another part of that question, how does it change how you envision, the rest of this year and this year moving forward, how to look like?
No, these are great questions. We have always prided ourselves, and actually one of our values is flexibility. So we were well positioned with very solid infrastructure, administrative infrastructure to really be able to respond to the community when the pandemic hit. So what we did was we have therapeutic foster care, and that has stayed a mix of on-site as well as people working from home. The rest of our offices have been closed to the public, but people work from out of their homes and in the community. So we have a lot of community health workers and outreach workers that work directly with the community and have been practicing safety protocols, but still managing to keep up with their clients. We also immediately shifted and kept our programs going, but saw the need out there and said, what can we do to help provide what the community needs, starting in pretty much week 2. So that was at the end of March. And so since then, in addition to the 35 programs we have, we've started 15 new ones. And we have been very lucky to be recipients of state funding, federal funding through the state and through other partner organizations, as well as really generous donations, private donations, and grant funding. One of the things that's been really exciting for me as a longtime social worker is that I've been able to give out cash, financial assistance for the very first time. We are not on that first rung of food and shelter. We're the second rung of safety and strengthening children and families and making sure everybody is safe and valued and productive. And it's been an incredible year, truly.
That's amazing. And I know that's probably, a great organizational milestone in itself. But is there other success story that you wanted to share?
Yeah, I mean, I think that our organization was so stable that we were able to close our offices on March 16th and still keep every single program that and every single staff person that we had since then. And I still have a pretty solid budget, really amazing coworkers who are out every day helping the community, and our administrative staff is still very solid. So I think I am just incredibly grateful because I can look back at the near future and the distant past when I started as executive director about 14 years ago. And we wouldn't have been able to do this because we just didn't have that stability, both in our facilities and in the other administrative infrastructure. And so I'm just really grateful that it came at a time when we could handle it. And so I do see a lot of successes. We have been working very, very closely with our migrant and seasonal farm worker community and with Native American population along the Columbia. And I see a lot of successes there too. In fact, we're trying to start a little mini evaluation so that we can be prepared for 2021.
As you continue to provide these essential programs and services to our communities, one of the things that comes up is what are your needs, and how can the rest of the community, not just funders and donors and your volunteers, but how do we support you best?
No, we have gotten so much support also, and that is the other thing that's very heartwarming. Our community has responded. So in the very beginning, I had 2 calls that were coming in March. One was from donors saying, what can we do to help? And on the other side, the people were calling, we don't know how we're going to pay our bills. We've just lost our jobs. We have a lot of service industry folks here for the tourist and recreation industries. And so that's a whole bunch of different people that have lost jobs. So we were able to do that, to really be a conduit for donations to come in and then to directly support the community. I just would love to see how the community could come together again. And this is not necessarily COVID related, this is political. We have always been the recipient of support from both political parties, and we still are. And I just want people to start communicating again and being the good neighbors that I know they always are individually. I just look forward to a time when our country and our state and our local area is less polarized. And remember that we all support each other in times of need.
Those are great parting words. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us, Janet?
Well, I'm really grateful to the Nonprofit Association of Oregon. I hang on every word of the weekly or almost weekly newsletters. They've been very, very timely. They are chock full of information. I send them out to my coworkers. I think in times like this, technical assistance organizations are pretty crucial. And so I'm very, very grateful to NAO. And all of the support and camaraderie that we get from each other as community organizations and nonprofits. We're coming together again is the key to making sure that the community is well served and is listened to and is valued.
And we're absolutely grateful for the work and the programs and services that y'all provide. Definitely necessary. Well, thank you for your time today, Janet. We're excited to spotlight the next door, and we're glad to have learned a bit more about your program.
Oh, well, thank you. I was honored to be here today.